course, he was caught that time. Good follow, what a shot that time.
In the blue corner, Jafaru Tanko Suleiman. Weighed in at 71 kilograms. Is at 17 fights. 116, lost one. Jafaru Tanko Suleiman. In the red corner, Taiwo, gentle boy. Olowu. He weighed in at 72 kilograms. He's at 21 fights. 118, lost 3, 12 by knockout. Taiwo, gentle boy. Olowu.
Oh yes, and of course, let's take a quick look at the tail of the tape right here. National Super Welterweight Challenge, 10 rounds of boxing. And of course, like I said, big experience on both sides.
Our judges are Shegun Adesanya, Tola Jacobs, and Yetunde Alimi. Our referee is Ezekiel Babatunde.
Ezekiel Babatunde is my name. I'm your referee for this bout. Obey my commandment, and what I have told you, strictly adhere with it. Now you can touch.
Well, we're ready to go for this one. National Super Welterweight Challenge. And of course, 10 round bouts, 3 minutes per round. Of course, Ace Taiwo Gentleboy Olowu, weighing 69.6 kg, will be squared up against Jafaru Tanko Suleiman. We're good and ready to go. Short time for the first round. And of course, Gentleboy Olowu Taiwo with a height advantage. Will that make any difference in this one, Nero?
He's a very exciting boxer, and of course, he's up against a boxer who is a very durable one. So this is the knockout specialist up against the man who loves to go the distance. And if you're wondering who the boxers are, Taiwo Gentleboy Olowu is sporting the blue trunks with trimmings of white, while Tanka Jafaru Suleiman, who is also called Tanko, actually sporting black trunks and of course white trimmings to it as well. These fighters have two different styles. One is a guy who loves to use his jabs a lot, and the other also uses his jabs, but he's more of a knockout specialist. And Olowu grabbing hold of his opponent there, that's a bit too early, if you ask me. Coming from the champion, whose belts are not on the line today.
So Olowu has 12 knockouts, so it's 18 wins. So, I mean, he has power punches, so that is very, very possible. He can come up with something absolutely good and taking advantage of his height advantage if that will make any difference in this one. But Tanko will want to stoop to conquer if it's possible. We want to come inside, get some body shots, and try to bring the man down. But early stages in the first round.
And once again, it's still always going to be about who has the more accurate punches.
Yeah.
And of course, whose punches carry more weight as well when you land them. Lovely jab there coming from Olowu, who's taking full advantage of his longer reach. Once again, throwing those jabs right. He's a southpaw, and he's going to be relying, on those right jabs and trying to reserve that left arm so that he could deliver the deadly one that could.
Well, but Taiwo came out with 3 belts. I wonder what's going through Tanko Suleiman's mind. He wished this belt were up for grabs. He wished this belt were on the line in this particular one.
Well, they're not, and there's nothing he can do about it.
Yeah, right.
All he has to do is try to make sure that he keeps up with his impressive record, and he keeps going the way he's going. He's going to get a title shot sooner or later. I mean, how do you describe the fact that he's got very, very impressive record?
16 wins.
17 fights, 16 wins.
Yeah, quite
only
impressive.
1 loss.
But no technical knockout. Means maybe he just want to be a patient boxer. Don't want to take it to the very end, but he doesn't really have the power punches. Why he doesn't really mind?
Well, he doesn't look built like a boxer who doesn't have power punches. I would expect him to have power punches with those muscles around his arm there, and of course just check out his pack.
Well, Nira, I'm going to ask you this. When you look at your opponent's boxing rec, you look at the statistics, does that put any fear in your mind when you look at the statistics and say, oh man, this man has so many technical knockouts? Does it give you a momentum to step up, or does it make you to be more scared?
Oh, well, it depends on the mindset of the boxer. I mean, if you are
how do you approach it, right?
I'm not a boxer, first of all.
You run commentary boxer, yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Don't endorse it for the first round.
I do run commentaries, but the bottom line is,
at least you can go into the minds of the boxers.
Depends on the confidence of the boxer. I mean, if the boxer knows, I mean, most times they know each other. Even if you have not been in the ring with that boxer before, you have an impression that you know that boxer. You've seen him fight several times, and before you really want to put up a challenge for him, you probably have it in your mind that I can beat this boxer, and then that's what you work on. Irrespective of whatever record he has. We've seen some fighters tonight. We saw some interesting matchup of inexperience versus experience, and some of those inexperienced have given the experienced boxers a good run for their money. One of them I saw Imole System Olowu. Really deep. I
was really impressed with him. I was really impressed.
A whole lot. Omoyeleja almost lost that fight. But I also thought he played around too much. And like you said, he should have been more tactical towards the end of that fight, rather than giving System the opportunity to continue to come at him.
Back to the ring for the second round. This national super welterweight type challenge, of course. Gentle Boy Olowu in the blue trunks with the bright white streamings, squared up against Tanko Suleiman. Fourth fight of the night, just one more fight to go at the Gold TV Boxing Show on Boxing Day, right here at the Tafawa Balewa Square in the beautiful city of Lagos. And of course, Gentle Olowu should be showing some dominance in this one with a longer reach, or Tanko Suleiman might have something up his sleeves.
Well, I know that Tanko Suleiman is being very, very cautious about it, but I don't know what it is. I don't like a boxer, you know, taking too much time to set up a punch. He calls himself Ammo Tanker, but I've not seen a lot. You know, when you talk about an ammo tanks usually have, you know,
almost a wrestling match at times, Nero.
Yeah, and I've not been impressed. He's setting up. He's taking too much time to set up his punches, and it's looking like he doesn't want to be hit as well. If you're in the sport of boxing, you must be ready to get hit, and what matters most is when you get hit, you're ready to, you know, it gets caught there, you see another one there, and they're just mixing it up, and I don't like the way.
Very, very aggressive, but no precision so far for me.
They have a referee who doesn't look like he's in a hurry to separate his boxers, especially whenever it doesn't look like anybody's in danger. So he would allow them to clinch and see whether they can turn it, they can mix it up on the inside as well.
So far, it's not been totally clean in terms of precision and accuracy in the execution of their tactics in this particular one. But Taiwo I don't like. Should make advantage with his longer reach.
Yeah, but Taiwo seems to be, you know, pushing down, pressing down on his opponent every now and then whenever they get into a clinch situation. I would want to see him throw a lot more of those jabs to unsettle his opponent, because he, of course, has the longer reach, so he should be making use of that, just like we saw earlier with Rashid Fali Boy Adeyemo, who used that long reach to a marvelous advantage. We need to see a lot more of that as well from Gentle Boy Olowu.
Yeah, Gentle Boy Olowu, with his longer reach, he should be throwing more of the jab, stepping aside, use his footwork. And of course, he was caught that time. Good follow-up, what a shot that time! Oh, I think the medical team might need to be called in. What a shot! What a shot! Sucker punch!
I'm not sure if Olowu will be able to withstand this.
Oh my word!
I don't think so.
Knocked down.
Let's see whether Jafaru can finish this off.
Amazing stuff. He was caught napping that time.
Let's see whether Jafaru can finish this off.
He's dazed. And Tanko wants to go for the killer. Let's see that on playback again. What a shot.
Yeah, you have it.
What a shot. Right hand, what power punch. And he followed up. Nero, you always talked about the follow-up.
Yeah,
and this man was spot on that.
Olowu gets caught right in there.
Amazing
and it looks like
stuff. What a shot. What power behind that punch. Well executed. What energy.
I don't understand what the referee was trying to do there.
I think the referee has called this one a technical knockout. The man is not impressed. This is unbelievable.
I don't understand.
He still wants to fight.
This is a very controversial decision.
He was totally dazed, but they're telling him to calm down.
This is a very controversial
The
decision.
referee is very experienced.
Olowu was up. What happens is that you give your boxer the benefit of doubt.
Exactly.
You asked him if he was ready to fight on. He said yes. You could have allowed him to get back in it, and then if he gets knocked down, can't continue, then you will know. And you can see Olowu, if you are dazed, if you are really dazed, so much that you can't do anything, you're not going to have this energy in you. And I think that this is a very controversial decision. Some people will argue, they would argue that he got knocked down. Yes, he got knocked down, but he stood up again, beat the count, and all you could have done was wait for him. He's going to feel robbed about this, and thankfully the belts were not on the line.
Drama.
Let's
TV
watch
boxing
it again.
night.
It's not so much about the punch.
What a shot!
I want to see that reaction.
What a shot!
He gets caught
What
there.
an execution and the follow-up.
And
It
he
looks
looks down. Watch what transcends afterwards. Oh, it's a shame that that's been taken away.
he looks knocked out, and the referee thought he needed to save the boxer for another day.
No, I don't agree, George. I don't agree with that. That's not saving the boxer for another day.
The man was ready to fight.
I do not agree with that decision.
I totally agree with you.
You pull his
The man was
hands.
ready
You
to fight.
asked him. He said he was ready to fight.
Yes.
He actually flung his hands open to say, "I'm ready to go." Yes, he was rocked, no doubt about it. But we have seen boxers getting rocked and then come back to win fights by knockout
so
as well.
destroyed.
And I'm a bit disappointed. I'm really disappointed. Because the boxer kept telling the referee that he was ready, and the referee kept asking questions unnecessarily. I don't think he should have continued to ask that question. But that's what it is, and that's what we're going to go. Let's go straight to the ring announcer.
The referee's decision is final. I don't think it's ever going to...
2 minutes, 50 seconds of the second round. Winner.
I must say, this is unprofessional and it's unsportsmanlike.
2 minutes, 50 seconds of
for
the
Olowu.
second round. Winner by knockout, Jafaru Vs
The first technical knockout of the night, Nero. Believe it or not, the first technical knockout of the night.
Tonight.
Nobody saw this coming.
Yeah, nobody saw it coming. But what we'll expect from this fight is to see a rematch. If Olowu wants to prove a point, then he can prove his point in the rematch. Thankfully for him,